Welcome, ladies, degenerates, and gentlemen, back to the Degents Picks pod. We got NFL Week 10, which could get a little bit scary, and that does not sound good to say. Over halfway through. College football Week 11, some big matchups coming down the stretch here. I'm with my guy, Rich. What's going on, Richard?
What's up, Fusky? How we doing, man? Week 10 NFL. Only 8 weeks left after this week. We're over the halfway point. We made it over the hump. I hate it, but after that we got 6-7 weeks of playoff football. So I guess we're not over the hump yet, but I'm ready to get into week 10 here and a little bit of college football. So let's get it.
Hell yes. We missed last week. But we are back. Some news. Kyler's back as we get into the games here. Let's see what else. CJ Stroud is an absolute dog.
Correct.
That was an awesome game. I tweeted out my college plays. I think I went 5-2, and then I didn't tweet out my NFL plays. And it's a good thing because I think I went 1-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I didn't tweet out my NFL plays. I went 2-3, so just very, very mad day. I honestly forget what I even had about history. I just want to go through it real quick. Oh, I had Pats -3. They were up. And they just decided not to score any points in the second half. I don't know why I put money on Brett Ripien and the Rams. Brett Ripien might be the worst rostered quarterback in the entire league. I think I'd rather have flag football buckets playing QB over Brett Ripien.
Yeah.
I put money on that, but then Mac Jones over 1.5 pass touchdowns. I felt pretty confident in that one. I thought they were going to be slinging the rock on this not pretty bad Reds. I can't say Redskins anymore, I guess, but Commanders.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah, I thought he got one early first half, so I thought that was looking pretty good. But then they absolutely folded in the second half. But overall, down units, which is not where we want to be, but definitely not down a whole lot of units. So, but I'm ready to get back into it and make some coin this weekend. The damn online casino got me in a little bit of a hole early this week, so I got to get it back. So
yeah, this is what we like to call a get right spot, Rich, for
yes.
both of us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, correction, I did not go 5-2. That was the week prior. I went 2-3 in college and then 1-4 in the NFL. We had some wild games. Like I said, CJ Stroud and then Dobbs coming in for the Vikings. That was an incredible finish.
Yeah, wild.
A good game with the Eagles Cowboys. But we are now in week 10. So we go to Germany. Colts, Pats. Colts favored by 2, over under set 43 with a 9:33 a.m. Eastern kickoff time in Frankfurt. I'm not touching it. I've made my fair share of mistakes betting on the Patriots games this year, mostly on the Patriots, and I will not touch it. I lean Colts, but I will not touch it.
You're a better man than me, Fusky. I'll say that. You are a better man. I am going back to the well. I don't know why I do this. You have to text me or like call me and just midweek and be like, hey, do not bet the Patriots. Can you do that for me? Every like Wednesday evening?
Just give me. I can try, but I have a hard enough time keeping myself from doing it. So
I need somebody to, because I'm Pats +2. Going into this season, I was looking. Obviously, we're looking at this Germany game. The Pats are playing out there. One of those games you're excited for, to wake up early on a Sunday and watch your the team you rooted for your whole life play at 9:30, standalone game in Germany. And I did not think the Pats would be underdogs in this game. If you look at both teams' rosters, I still think the Pats are a better team. I think this game should be closer to a pick 'em. Maybe Pats even favored by a point. So that's why I'm taking the Pats. But at the end of the day, the Pats could lose by 21 points, and I'm sitting here looking like an idiot. But that's where I'm going. I'm going Pats here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. And then the one game I go against the Pats would be the game they win. So that's why I'm not touching it. But
Yep. Yep.
I respect it. I think it should be at least a good close game. I don't know about good game, but a close game.
Hope
Yeah.
so.
All right. That's Germany. Next matchup, 1:00. Browns at Ravens. Ravens minus 6.5. Over under set at 38. I lean the Ravens here. No play, but they have been rolling. I think 6.5 is a lot to lay in a divisional matchup like this, as hot as the Ravens have been. That's why I'm not playing it, but I do lean the Ravens minus the touchdown.
I agree with what you said there. For a divisional matchup, two really good teams, especially two really good defensive teams, with a 6.5 point spread divisional matchup. That's why I lean the Browns. I'm not going to play the Browns. Might be a Sunday ad for me, but I'm playing the under 38 points. I play every AFC North under, and that's my reasoning there. I think both of these defenses have been playing really well. I think we're looking at a 17-14 type of game, 17-10 maybe. Maybe the Ravens squeak by a half point type of thing. Maybe it slipped the other way. You never know. But I think this game goes under.
Yep, that's your method when it comes to these AFC North matchups, and I don't hate it at all. I do not.
Yep.
Next game in Cincy. Texans at Bengals. Same number here. Bengals minus 6.5. Over under set at 47. Stroud coming off a career day, a record-breaking day versus the Bucks.
Yeah, it's historic day.
5 touchdowns, 470 passing yards. And the Bengals are rounding into form as well. But T. Higgins, doubtful. Jamar Chase, questionable. I think that plays a pretty big role in what happens in this game. I think T. Higgins is like 99% not playing with a hamstring, and then Jamar's dealing with a back. He could play, but it's not for sure yet. I don't have a play here, mostly because of those injuries. If everyone was healthy for the Bengals, I think I'm laying the touchdown. After that crazy game for the Texans, but nothing here for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride the hot hand here. I'm gonna go Texans plus 6.5. I think we were saying this in our preseason pod that the Texans are a young and up and coming team. We thought that they were going to surprise some people, but we didn't think they were going to do it so soon. I thought we were looking at like a year 2 kind of jump for CJ Stroud. I didn't think CJ Stroud was going to be a potential top 10 quarterback in the NFL after year 1. But I think it's fair enough to say through 9 weeks that CJ Stroud is a legit NFL quarterback and he can lead this team. And I like them plus 6.5. They're playing well. A couple of questionable players, big time players for the Bengals. So I will take the Texans with the 6.5 here.
Right. Yeah, man. It's actually awesome to watch Stroud ball out like that. He is just. He's got it all. He's poised. He's got the arm talent. He made some incredible throws last week. All right, moving down to Duval. Niners travel to Jacksonville to face the Jags. Niners minus 3, over under set at 44.5. Both teams coming off a bye. I lean the Niners on the side, but I'm not playing the side. I am playing the total. I am taking the over 44.5. I see this being a very efficient game for both offenses. I see like a 28-24-ish finish.
Yep.
So I think this goes over the 44.5. And in Jacksonville, good weather, that should help.
That's the thing though. I don't I don't think we're gonna have great weather down the southeast this weekend.
Is it not?
I don't think so. I got coaching some baseball down in Myrtle Beach this weekend, and looking at the weather, it doesn't look too promising. 90% chance of rain both day this weekend. So I don't know if Jacksonville's a little bit more south, but it could be out of there by game time on Sunday. But let me let's pull it up real quick.
I'm seeing partly cloudy on sleeper.
I'm seeing a cloud with raindrops, 84% chance of rain.
No,
So
maybe that'll cause some turnovers. I'm sticking with it. I think they'll be fine.
maybe a few short fields, So I hear you. I got nothing this one. This is definitely a game I'm interested in watching. Um, the Jaguars are beating teams in ways that we didn't think they would beat them this year. More so controlling the ball and defensively. Trevor Lawrence in the offense hasn't looked great. ETN has been unbelievable, but we figured Trevor Lawrence would putting up top 5 quarterback numbers this year, which he really isn't. He's just being smarter with the ball, making good decisions. So I think the Texans are. I think the Jaguars are kind of making that next step and being an overall better team, But I think the 49ers are due for a win here. I mean, they're off 3 straight losses. A lot of controversy over there. Is Brock Purdy actually going to be the QB1 for the next 10 years? Who knows? He hasn't been looking too well, but I think this might be a good spot to bet the Niners. But I'm gonna lay off and I'm gonna watch this one as a fan of the sport here.
Yeah, this should be the best game of the 1 o'clock slate, I think. Debo back. There is some merit to the stats or the win-loss record of Brock Purdy when Debo is not in the game. I don't know if he has any wins, if maybe one when Debo's out. So he's back, full participant in practice this week. That will play a big role in their offense getting back on track.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so over 44.5 for me. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Okay, to Minnesota.
Country, let's ride.
To Minnesota, Saints travel to the Vikings. Saints -3, over under 41. Dobbs getting the nod as the starter after the heroics he pulled against the Falcons last week. Justin Jefferson in the 21-day practice window. I don't think he's going to play this week. He said he won't come back till he's fully healthy, so that I would assume he's going to wait at least one more week.
Yep.
Cam Akers with his torn Achilles, so they take some hits on offense. But I'm taking the 3 points with the Vikings at home. I trust Josh Dobbs to get it done against the Saints team that has just been very boring to watch most of the year. So I'll take the home underdog here.
Yep. I lean that side as well. I like the Vikings at home here. It's a little bit nervous because I think the Saints might be coming into form offensively. Obviously, the first 4 to 5, maybe even 6 weeks, they didn't look great offensively, which is kind of catching me off guard. They got Kamara, Olave, Mike Thomas. Rashid Shaheed, that downfield threat, Taysom Hill. So I figured they would by that point figure it out. But I feel like the last couple of weeks are kind of figuring out how to beat teams and attack weak spots, like using Taysom Hill a little bit more, mixing in a little bit more Chris Olave. Like Kamara really didn't even play a whole lot last week. I mean, they had Kendre Miller catching a lot of passes out of the backfield. So I don't know. I feel like they're picking their spots to attack weak spots on defenses, and the Vikings have a few weak spots on defenses. So I'm a little nervous there, but gun in my head, if I had to take a side here, I do like the Vikings at home. I think as a team, as a whole, they're playing a lot better. So that's where I'd go. But no play for me here.
Yes, sir. Next game in Pittsburgh, Packers plus the 3 against the Steelers. Over under set at 39. I don't know why I'm doing this at all
Oh,
because the Packers have not shown me anything to believe that I can trust them to keep a game close or win a game. But I'm taking the Packers plus a 3.
yeah.
Everything points me in the other direction. So it's just one of those picks where you go against your fucking gut.
Yeah, it's a too good to be true type of thing. Like it's too good to be
I
true.
think
Yeah, I'm
I
taking the other.
think the one positive that I took from that horrible game against the Rams last week was they finally gave Aaron Jones his full workload.
Yeah,
Um, he has to be the bright spot in that offense because they don't have much else. Christian Watson can't be 100% healthy for the life of him this year, and Jordan Love has struggled. So they need to feed him, and they finally did against the Rams, even though it was a snooze fest. But I like them to do that against a Pittsburgh defense that I talked about it earlier. They have TJ Watt, and they don't have much else because they're
yeah.
bottom of the league in pretty much every stat at this point in the season.
Mhm.
So give me the Packers.
Yeah, I lean Packers here as well. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know this for a fact here, but I feel like the Steelers haven't really been that great at home. I mean, they beat the Titans last week. They lost to the Jaguars at home. They shouldn't have beat the Ravens at home. They should have lost that game. They lost to the Niners. They shouldn't have beat the Browns at home. So I feel like they're really not a great home team, especially this year. This year anyway. Um, Packers last week they looked pretty good. They did play a Matt Stafford-less Rams team that had nothing going on. I mean, if Matt Stafford isn't the quarterback of this Rams team, they're a 2-win team. They're awful.
Maybe 0-win team.
Maybe a 0-win team. Brett Ripien, he might as well just, hey coach, I think I should start throwing left-handed because I suck that bad with my right hand.
You put in Stenson, bro.
I think isn't he on like some like list, the exempt list or something for something?
Oh yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, I think he.
Oh, whatever.
I'm
Still put him
pretty
in
sure
there.
he would be playing at this point if he was still on the roster because Brett
Yeah.
Ripien, I he might Brett Ripien and Brandon Staley are like even. It's
No,
like
Brandon
two
Staley's
guys. I know, but like two guys who like making all this money being in the NFL that I think I could go out there and do a better job than both of them. It's just one of those that just aggravates me.
Yeah, I can't throw the ball
It's
35
probably
yards
not.
and I could do better.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Cooper Cup, what are you gonna run? Okay, I'll throw it over to you. But,
Can't be that
but
hard.
anyway, no, it's definitely a lot more difficult than we're making it out to be. But but anyway, back to the games here. I do lean the Packers. Steelers, they're good one week and then not so good the next week. They're a really hot and cold team. They just beat the Titans last week, so I think they might take a step back this week. Packers riding high off a win. And I think it's a good spot. Like you said, Aaron Jones getting a full workload. That offense kind of revolves around him. Takes a little bit of the pressure off Jordan Love. Yeah, that's where I'd go, but I'm not playing it as of yet. Could be a play added Sunday. And yeah, I'll let all y'all know.
All right. Last game of the 1 o'clock slate in Tampa. Titans travel to the Bucks. Bucks -1. So basically a pick 'em here. Over under set at 39. I don't have a play here. I wanted to take the Titans, but I don't know. Nothing really stood out to me. And
Mm-hmm.
I think this could go either way, to be honest. Baker's been playing pretty good. Will Levis, obviously, this will be his third start now. I don't know, just a stay away for me.
Yep, no, I hear you. It's a stay away from me as well. I'm not too confident in either side. I almost talked myself into the Buccaneers, but then I reversed and talked myself into the Titans. And then I was like, you know what? I can't. It's like one of those situations where if you like both sides, you can't take one side. So
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
yeah, I'm going to take a step back and watch this one from the side here. So nothing for me.
Okay, moving on to the afternoon slate. We got 4 games at 4 and 4:30.
Nice.
Starting with the Lions in LA against the Chargers. Lions -3, over under set at 48.5. I'm taking the Lions minus the 3. This Chargers team is the worst,
The
and
worst.
I have nothing else to say.
The worst. The
they uh
worst.
they beat the Jets on Monday night in a game where they only had like 100 and something total yards of offense. They had a punt return early. I just don't think they're that good, and I think the Lions all around are a good football team on both
Mhm.
sides of the ball. So give me the Lions laying the 3.
Yep.
No game in LA is a home game for real. So yeah.
I hear you. Lions come off a bye, right? Is that accurate?
I was thinking that too, and I couldn't remember. I was gonna say Lions off a bye, but I don't know.
Yep. Lions off a bye. They played on Monday night against the Raiders the night before Halloween.
Yeah, that's why I was confused because I knew they had one
Yeah.
primetime game on one of the
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. I'm not touching this game. Just it's my rule of thumb here. Don't bet on a game that has the Chargers involved in any way. Um, Mostly because right now I lean the Chargers. As dumb and crazy as that sounds. If I ever lean the Chargers, it's an absolute no bet. So nothing for me.
Yes, sir. There's a curse on this team for both of us. I took the Jets on Monday night, so it's just been impossible to win a bet in a game that they're involved in. But I like the Lions here. I think they're a good team, and I think they take care of business and cover the 3.
I hope so. I want
Let's
to
break
see
the curse. Let's break the curse. Come on.
Let's break the curse. Let's do it. I want to see Brandon Staley working at McDonald's on Monday morning.
This is just a weekly thing. Shit on Brandon Staley. It's
We
fucking
we
awesome.
honestly we should just put like a 5 minute segment in. We shouldn't even talk about the Chargers game like in the order of the games. We should just leave it for last and just
Do like the Raiders did, the airing of the grievances meeting
exactly
every week.
every week. Just we're not even fans of the team. We just hate that
Well,
Slenderman
I mean, I
asshole.
just like I think Justin Herbert could be so good.
Yeah,
It's like Philip Rivers. Like he was statistically, I mean, you could argue Hall of Fame quarterback, probably will be. I mean,
yeah,
statistically, but they never
yeah,
win anything because they suck.
yeah,
Anyways, I can't. It just gets me riled up every
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
time.
Let's
Moving on.
let's do ourselves a solid here and just move on.
Forget
What
about it.
what we got? What we got?
We got Falcons at Cardinals. Falcons -2. Like I said earlier in the show, Kyler Murray is back, will play. Taylor Heineke, the starter for the Falcons. James Conner, I think, is questionable for this game, so he
Yeah,
could come back. If he does, how
essentially.
much of a role will he play? I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But either way, I'm not playing this game. I would like to see Kyler once before I decide how I feel about this Cardinals team with him back. And I just can't trust the Falcons.
I hear you. I will be on the Falcons money line. This is just a fade Kyler Murray after not playing football in over a year play. Well, live like in game football. You know, he's obviously throwing a football, yada yada yada. But I don't know. I think this Cardinals team is just not a great team. I mean, obviously Kyler Murray is a better option at quarterback than Dobbs and Clayton Tune. Dude, Clayton Tune was so bad last week, but I think Cardinals will get better, but I don't think he's going to be 100% game form right away. This Falcons team always keeps games close. I think they squeak out of here, they'll win. And yeah, that's where I'm going with this one.
Yeah, I would like to see Bijan involved, please and thank you.
Yes, please and thank you.
Moving on. This is where it gets a little scary. Cowboys hosting the Giants NFC East matchup. Cowboys -17
Ugh.
with an over-under of 38.5. Now, I realize this is Tommy DeVito, but you put those two numbers together and you tell me that 17 points is not very enticing with a 38-point total.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. Let's get this clear. But when the total is that low and the spread is nearly 20 points, you gotta lean towards the dog.
Yeah.
It's just the math. It's the math.
Yeah, the math never lies. If you like the dog, you like the under. If you like the favorite, you like the over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no play here. I mean, it should be
Yeah.
a absolute blowout. Big Tony Pollard game, I think. I hope.
Yeah.
Really hasn't been too good
Yeah.
taking over that lead role.
But no, I might play. I might add the Giants. I might add. Let me just take a quicker look at this.
Just take a quick look.
Ooh. Never mind. I will. I will be taking the Giants.
Yeah, that's tough. Tommy DeVito, rooting for you, buddy. Paisan.
Not really, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, not much to talk about there. I mean, 17 points in the NFL is insane, but the Giants are in shambles
Yeah, yeah.
and the Cowboys are good. I'll admit it.
Good. Very good.
Anyways, last game of the afternoon slate. Seahawks hosting the Commanders. Seahawks -6.5. Over under set at 44.5. I am on the Seahawks laying the 6.5 here. I think it's a get right spot after the terrible, terrible showing last week. I think they can take care of business against this Commanders team that is mid at best. They couldn't play any worse than what they did last week. So I'm taking the touchdown with the Seahawks at home.
Fair enough. We got a
Are you
little, we got a little squad battle here.
okay? You're going the other way.
I'm going
Figured
Commanders
that
here.
pause was for something.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders here. This like a really gut feeling. I just don't really think the Seahawks team is that great. Like, yeah, they're 5-3. They have like one really good win at the Lions week 2. They lost to the Rams. They struggled to beat the Cardinals at home. They got piss pounded by the Ravens. Ravens are pretty elite right now. Um, I don't know. And I think this Commanders team, the two back to back, like 2 good weeks. I don't know. I think the Commanders might be onto something. I do understand they just traded their entire edge rushing side of things, but I don't know. I think Gino really has been playing that well. Seahawks really haven't clicked in a couple weeks, offensively. So I'll take the 6.5 points with the Commanders here.
All right, head to head. I love it. Rounding out Sunday night in Las Vegas. Jets, Raiders. That's an early bedtime if I've ever seen one. Jets -1 on the road, over under set at 37. Raiders fire Josh McDaniels. They win their first game with Antonio Pierce.
Yep.
And historically, coaches that come in mid-season tend to juice the boys up a little bit in their first game, and then they fall flat on their face, and they go right back to where they started. Bad team. But the Jets aren't very good either, so I don't know. I got nothing here. Just a terrible primetime spot.
Yeah, it's going to be a very meh game, but I got the Jets at a pick 'em here. I think Aiden O'Connell is going to throw 6 interceptions on Sunday night.
You know what? You're right. I'm taking the Jets too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think this Jets team's too well defensively for Aiden O'Connell, who hasn't really he's looked okay in some spots, but he's also hasn't. So I think this Jets defense will get to him, and I think the Jets win this game by a score or 2.
Yeah, that defense is really, really good.
Yeah. I'm thinking like 17-7, maybe like 21-10, low scoring.
Yeah, just what you want for a primetime game on Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Just get to listen to Chris Collinsworth's dumb voice all night in a terrible game.
Were you watching that game last night at all?
What, the Bears Panthers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the punt return touchdown?
Yeah, I was listening at work when that happened, but yeah.
I was like on my phone, like just scrolling through like Twitter, and like you couldn't even tell that something exciting was happening. Like, I look up and I see you guys celebrating the end zone, and I was like, I had the volume up like pretty good. It's like Al Michaels was like just dead.
Yeah, he's been a zombie for some of these bad matchups on
Yeah.
Thursday night. I can't lie.
Yeah. He was like, he gets clear and he's in.
And touchdown, Panthers.
It's like I look up, I'm just like, to do this return to 60-yard punt, and that's all you can give us?
I don't blame him. I mean, it's been a rough sledding in the Thursday night slate for him and the boys. He's still the GOAT, but
Yeah. No, I know.
definitely low
I know.
energy in some of these.
Al Michaels, a lot of great calls. Can't,
Oh
can't
yeah.
really shit
And
off
guess what? We got through this week. Ravens Bengals next week.
Thursday?
Oh yeah, baby.
Nice.
So
No.
that'll be a banger, and I'll be juiced up for that one. I mean, that'll easily be the best Thursday night matchup we've had in 2 years. So,
Yeah, I remember
all right, last
last
game
week.
Monday night, as we normally do, we tweet these out. Bills host the Broncos. Bills -7, over under set at 46.5. I don't have a play here. I will have a play Monday night, but not until Monday night. Low-key leaning the Broncos, to be honest with you, with that what I've seen from the Bills, but no official plays here.
Yeah.
I expect the Bills to get right. They need to at some point, but 7's kind of a lot, and the Broncos haven't looked completely terrible.
Yeah, I feel the Broncos have been looking a little bit better as of late. Beat the Chiefs. They're on a 2-game win streak. Beat the Packers and the Chiefs, both at home. They travel to Buffalo. But interested to see the weather. The weather. So maybe a little bit of
Probably cold.
lake effect snow, a little snowball. Maybe I hope. I have no idea. This is just me hoping for snow.
Broncos already had a snow game this year, so they're ready for it.
Barely though. They got snow. I mean, they cleaned it up. But yeah, Broncos been playing well. I feel like the Bills. What they just lost to the Bengals on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Bills, they don't look all that hot. I got a buddy
Those,
at work. Got a buddy at work.
those,
He was a huge Bills fan, and
oh
he
God, no.
he's been
Shambles.
he's been walking into work on Mondays with his head down
Oh boy.
more than he'd like to, So that's when he walks in and the Bills suck. Bills this, Bills that. They got no defense. They're playing third stringers, and it's like, but they got Josh Allen and they got Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
So you never know. It's like tough to bet against them sometimes, especially at home in a primetime game. I feel like they might show out, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Right now, I got absolutely nothing right now.
Yeah, it's tough as a fan of a team that has the talent and is just completely underperforming. Like they really have been underperforming all year. They've had one good game against a good opponent versus the Dolphins. They blew out the Raiders, but I mean, they should do that to most teams.
They lost to the New England Patriots.
I know.
That is a horrible loss.
I think really the problem is the defense. The injuries are rearing their ugly head.
Yeah.
Because this Bills defense is supposed to be good, but they are out some key players.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's playing a big role. And obviously the offense hasn't been the best, but it's still good enough.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Well, that does it for NFL. We will tweet out those picks on Monday night. And let's take one quick break and we'll run through our college picks and we'll be done. All right. Moving on to college football week 11. There's a couple games tonight, Friday night, that is. Hold on, let me pull this up. I'm not prepared. I do have one play tonight. You have anything tonight?
I got nothing tonight. As of now, I might tweet something out later, but as of right now, nothing.
Okay, I do have a play tonight. This line actually moved down a bit. I'm on UNLV minus the 4 at home in the late spot. That's a 10:45 kickoff. So if you're up for some late night snacks, that is my play on Friday night. It was 5.5 yesterday though, so I don't know what happened, but I still like UNLV at home.
Fair enough. I am gonna add a play. I'm gonna take the under 50.5 in this game. Wyoming's played in a couple of low scoring games this year. They have a really good defense. This actually should be a really good game. I don't think I'll stay up this long to watch that game, but
I'll be at work, so I have to watch. No choice.
no, I would have no choice, but I just
be questionable.
for who?
UNLV.
UNLV.
I believe that. I mean, it has to be the starter, right?
Yeah, probably. And they're gonna add their backup
If
quarterback.
the line moved from 5.5, I got 3.5 on covers right now too. Hold on, let me see if that's a starter. No, it's not. So I don't know why that line moved so much, but Wyoming 0-3 on the road. UNLV undefeated at home. I will take the 4. If it gets lower, I'll take it there too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will be on the under 50.5.
All right. Okay, moving on to Saturday. I have 2 nooners and 7 total plays for Saturday. What do you got?
Let me just pull it up. I got 7 total plays, my lightest week of the year so far. Got 4 nooners, 2 at 3:30, and 1 at 4. I got nothing past 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I got you can start with the nooners, but I got a 1 3:30, 3 7s, and late night.
Right, you got some nooners too?
I only got 2, so you go first and I will shoehorn mine in.
I got Clemson minus 14.5 hosting Georgia Tech. Dabo said it himself. If Clemson were a stock right now, you better be buying a whole lot of it. And right now I'm gonna be dabbling in some Clemson stock, minus 14.5. I got BC plus 1.5 at home, hosting the Hokies from Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech just got their doors blown in at Louisville last week, and then they travel into BC. BC's been honestly, they've been a surprise to most this year. And I like them at home to win this game. I'll take 1.5, but BC plus 1.5. Going to the Big 12 here, Kansas hosting Texas Tech. I'm foreseeing a shootout here, over 62. That is my play there. And then Penn State and Michigan. I think this is a good spot to back Penn State. Penn State plus 4.5.
What a segue it is into my noon picks, because I am laying the 4.5 with the Wolverines. Although I do have to say, I'm laying the 4.5 because I think Ohio State. I hold on, let me restart. Penn State, Ohio State was an ugly game. That game went under.
Yeah.
And Penn State just could not move the ball in Ohio State's defense. I think Michigan is better than Ohio State.
Yep.
And there's a 1-point difference in the line between those two games. Penn State is at home. But I'm going to lay the 4.5 with Michigan, despite everything going on. I think JJ McCarthy is better than Kyle McCord. That's a big part in why I like Michigan better. The quarterback position, I think everywhere else are probably pretty similar, Ohio State, Michigan. Yeah. Penn State's defense is really good. But I like Michigan to get it done on the road. This is a huge game,
Massive, absolutely massive game.
especially with all the noise going on with Connor Stallions. And I actually just got a notification today saying
Yeah, I got that.
they could expect some response from the Big Ten sometime today.
Yeah.
In terms of whatever the hell is going on, because it's so hard to keep up. But anyways, we got a nice little battle in the biggest game of the weekend. Love that.
Yeah, massive game, great game. Wish I could watch it. I'll be coaching some 10-year-olds. I'll be happy doing that as well. Don't worry. But
I will be in Rhode Island actually. I'm going to the Angie senior game, which
nice.
I probably should check the line on that game. But anyways, let's keep moving on here. Let's get through these college picks.
Yeah.
I got one more nooner. It is Nebraska at home hosting Maryland. This Maryland team kind of just fell off the face of the earth. Nebraska let me down last week, but a home game here. I'm buying it to 3 points. It's 2 right now. I'm going to buy Nebraska plus the 3, probably lay like 135, 140 for it. But I like Nebraska at home catching the 3 points.
I hear you. I like that side as well. I think Nebraska is on the up. I think Maryland is on the down, so I think you're catching it at a good spot. You got 330s?
I got 330.
All right, hit your 330.
Okay, my 330 is Washington, Utah over 50. I think it's a 9-point spread. I think Utah can hang in it for the majority of the game, but I don't think Washington's defense is that good. Utah's defense is solid, but you're also going up against a Washington offense that's electric. I think 50 is a low total for this game. In Seattle, I think Washington pulls away late, but I think Utah gets me the 20, 15, 17, 20-ish points that I might need to cover this. Over.
You say 50?
Yeah, it's 50 even right now. It was like 52.5 yesterday. It's coming down.
Seems low. Seems very low.
That's what I think too.
I would think it would be over. I mean, the number, if you asked me what the number would be for this game without even looking into anything, I would say the point total should be at least 55 or higher. Maybe even closer to 60, maybe 58.5. But anyway, I like that. I might actually add that. Yeah, I think Washington's offense is too explosive, and I think Utah will be able to hang in it, like you said. So yeah, maybe I'll add that up. For my 330, I got 2 330s. I got Western Kentucky at home hosting New Mexico State, -4.5. New Mexico State, a little bit of a resurgence here for them. They've been dog shit for years, and they're kind of showing up. But I still think that their strength of schedule is just pretty weak, and I think Western Kentucky plays a lot better teams, and they're a much better team overall. So I like Western Kentucky -4.5 at home. And then I got, I don't know if you want to hear this, Fusky. I can't even say it. Like, I just want to, it makes me nauseous, but I got Iowa money line at home against Rutgers.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm getting sick too.
It's just the fact that I have money on this dog shit. The total was
28 points. 28-point total. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just terrible. I think Rutgers is a solid squad. I mean, I pretty much backed them every week this year. Pretty close.
I do like Rutgers.
I was the worst. They just suck in every way, shape, and form. They suck to watch. They suck at offense. And nobody really cares if you're really good at special teams and defense, to be honest. It's not going to win you a college football playoff or get you in there or win you the Big Ten. You're always going to fall short.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree with you.
I don't think it's the wrong side, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
At home,
At home. And it's just such a low-scoring game. It's going to be You got to take the home team there.
It's gonna be like 10-6.
Dude, it might be 3-0 for all we know. It might be 3-0.
Honestly, for the fuck of it, I'm adding
You're saying
Rutgers plus the 1
you're adding
on
Rutgers?
my slate. Yep.
You pain in the ass. You know what? And I'm gonna add the under.
Here we go.
Oh,
That's how to make a boring game a little bit more exciting.
yeah, bet on them to score 0 points.
Go all in on it.
Alternate total under 6.5.
Oh God. 3-3 tie. That's how we end it.
Imagine they just keep on stuff. they they make a field goal each in overtime, and then they go to the 2 point conversions and just keep on getting stuffed in the backfield over and over and over and
I
over.
don't know, man. I think this
And then there was
Rutgers
like,
team can move the ball.
yeah, dude, but Iowa defense, man.
You got any more 330s?
That's it. I got one 4 o'clock, and then I'm done.
All right, I'll let you finish up and then I'll run through my last picks. And then
Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna add a little extra cheese to this slate here. But I'll save that for the end.
Okay. All right. I got Florida Atlantic, the Owls, -7.5 at home hosting Eastern Carolina University. Eastern Carolina last week played Tulane, played them very well. They lost 13-10. I was actually on ECU last week. They played way too good as a 1-8 team. In FAU is a pretty solid team. Not great, not bad. But for FAU to only be laying 7.5 against ECU seems short. I think the line should be 10.5 to 13.5. Give me FAU -7.5.
All right. I don't have any middle of the afternoon games, but I do have a few 7 o'clocks.
Yep.
My first 7 o'clock is Georgia laying the 11 points. I think they take care of business in a big game versus Ole Miss. It's actually down to 10, so get that point. Georgia minus the 10. My next 7 o'clock is Florida LSU over 67. That moved a point and a half since an hour ago. Up.
Oh, really? Wow.
It was 60. It was 65.5 when I wrote it down at about 10:45. And now it's 67. So that's going up. And my last 7 o'clock is Georgia Southern money line at Marshall. -125. You can get it at right now. I just think they're a solid squad. And although Marshall is wearing some pretty dope uniforms this weekend, I do like Georgia Southern to get the win.
I like Georgia Southern too. I was close to adding them.
Okay. I'd
What
like
do
to
you got?
hear
What do you
that.
got?
Hold on. Last play, and then I'll add the extra cheese. I think you'll like it too when what I'm gonna do.
All right.
11 o'clock in Hawaii. Bad spot for Hawaii here. Air Force coming off a loss. Preview hint to my extra cheese. This Saturday, November 11th, is Veterans Day. Air Force minus the 19.5. Hammer it. And my extra cheese, I think you throw in every military school. You get Navy plus the 2.5 at home hosting UAB. You can either, I might even throw the money line there plus 114. Air Force on the spread or an alternate spread. I don't know where Army plays, but throw all the military schools in a parlay for Veterans Day. You have to do it.
I'm in. Let's do it.
You have to do it. Let me find this real quick before we sign off. Let me see. Is Army playing this week or are they on a bye? That'd be cruel if they're on a bye on Veterans Day. So you got Army, you got Navy plus 2.5
Yeah.
or money line. That's at 3:30. You got Air Force at 11.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we? Where are we here?
I'll help you search. There's so many games when you're scrolling through.
Army may not be playing this weekend, to be honest, because I don't see them anywhere.
Oh no, they're playing Holy Cross.
Oh, they are playing Holy Cross. I don't even have a spread on covers.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
Well, if you can find that, throw those 3 teams in a parlay. Why does oh Holy Cross 6-3? Anyways, I think that would be fun to ride out on Veterans Day. Try and get it juiced up as much as you can. Maybe throw Air Force up to minus 21 on an alternate spread, get some extra juice. That would be fun to do on this November 11th, Veterans Day, college football day. Mine as well. Ride the military schools. I think that'll be fun. But yeah, that does it. Get right week, Rich. Hell yeah, good show. Good shit, my friend. Is this the last overseas game? I think it is, right?
I think it is.
So no more morning games after this week. I will be adding also Rhode Island spread because I'm going to the game. They're playing North Carolina A&T, but I couldn't find the line yet. It'll come out sometime tomorrow. I'll tweet it out. But good show, good shit, good luck. Thanks everybody for watching, and let's hit some bets this weekend.
Let's do it.
Deuces, everyone.